We all got skills. We have talents and we have passions. But mine happens to be sex. This is the Funsexual podcast with your oversharing swinky best friend, Majesty. And I'm talking sex and all of the ways and all of the things that make sex, well, fun. Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 50 of the Funsexual podcast. I feel like this is a milestone number. I've been waiting to get to 50. I should have got to 50 a long time ago, but the way life be lifing, it didn't happen. But we're here, episode 50 of the Funsexual podcast. I am your host, Majesty. That's MAJESTYYY, and I want all three of my Y's. All right, all three of them. All of them are very important to me. Okay. But I am also known as the Play Party Princess, aka the Wholesome Hoe, aka a Fistful of Fun, aka the Sexy Sweetheart, aka the Cultivator of Good Vibes. But if we're cool and I like you, I allow you to call me Maj. What up, y'all? How y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling? I feel great. I know I start that every week, but every week I start like that every week. I'm sorry, let me get my words together. I started drinking like 30 minutes ago. But I feel good. I've been stressed about my move and stuff, but these last couple of weeks, that hasn't even been my focus, honestly. My focus these last couple of weeks have been getting ready for the party, getting ready for some other events that I'm going to. This weekend, Orlando is having one of his play parties. By the time this comes out, he's going to be having his party the next day. If you guys hear a crinkling noise, right? That's because Raisin is over here humping his sloth toy. Okay, his sloth named Monkey. But anyway, we're not gonna think about that. He's not gonna distract me with his nasty ass. So Orlando's having his party on Saturday. Then the following week is going to be, Experience Covet is having their erotic opera, which I'm really excited about. Actually going to be, I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm actually going to be in the erotic opera. I'm going to be bottoming for somebody who's having a scene. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really, really fun. As an exhibitionist, as a sub, as somebody who just loves like excitement and thrill, like I'm really excited about it, and I'm hoping that I don't get too excited on that stage while people watching. I'm hoping that I'm able to there's a part of me that wants to just like let loose, because that's when it's authentic and that's when it's beautiful for me, when you're able to just be in whatever you're feeling, just be in that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what headspace I'm in. I am going to be me, but I'm hoping that I am not too, subspacey. I'm imagining I'm going to be very subspacey after the scene, but we'll see. We'll see, y'all. I was thinking today, right? And you know how like, all right, y'all got to tell me if I'm tripping. But you know how like when sometimes people say like, I look a mess. They be like, I look a mess. You look at them and you be like, you really don't look a mess. They be like, I look a mess, but it's really because like they're wearing sweatpants today, or like because their hair's in a messy bun, or like because they didn't pencil their eyebrows in, or they lost their contacts, so they had to wear glasses, and now they're like, oh my God, I look a mess. And you're like, no, you don't, but okay, right? So I know people that do that, right? I am not a people that do that. Okay. When I say that I look a mess, I actually look a mess right now. I look the fuck good. Okay. I look the fuck great. Okay. But when I look a mess, I actually look a mess. I'm not one of those people who just like wakes up in the morning and is like, easy, pretty, beautiful, bad bitch. That's not me. When I wake up in the morning, I be looking crusty, okay? It don't take me long to put it together. I wash my face, I throw on some lotion, get shiny, rub my fingers through my hair, clean the crust out my eyes, throw on some lip gloss, you know what I'm saying? I could be cute fast, but when I look a mess, I look the fuck a mess, okay? So today, I went out looking a mess because I just wanted to go run some errands. I went to go out and wash my car, right? At the car wash, this guy was trying to like holler at me. And I'm thinking like, I wouldn't have talked to him regardless because I wasn't attracted to him. But he wasn't ugly. He just wasn't my type. But I was looking at him and I was like, if this is what you want to talk to, your standards are too low. You don't even know that I'm a bad bitch when I try. I just nodded. Excuse me. Hold on. There we go. You don't even know that I'm a bad bitch when I try. You got me. Now you got me. But I'm out here looking crazy and you trying to holler at this. This is what you trying to holler at? So that's when I was like, definitely no, because his standards are too low. I like people who have, do I like people that have high standards? I like people that love and respect themselves enough to go after what they want, no matter how big or amazing or glamorous it is. So that's why I don't like when people are intimidated by me, because if you're intimidated by me, you're not confident enough to go after what you want, right? So, that I was turned off by the fact that he was trying to holler at me when I looked so damn crusty. I want you to want better for yourself, sir. So it smells like something is burning. I had an incense in one of my plants, and I hope that it's not burning in the soil. But I don't see no smoke. I think we all right. Anyway, so that happened today, and I thought about that, and I've still been thinking about that. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong for that? Raising, you are disgusting. Ugh. Y'all probably don't even know that cats hump stuff. They hump things just like dogs, and it's fucking gross. Trying not to be distracted by that. Anyway, I got to tell you guys something that happened this week, right? And we're going to switch up the flow of this episode a little bit. So, y'all know that I'm on Excite Bunny, right? So let me do that first. So this week, I'm going to put y'all on to Excite Bunny, right? What is Excite Bunny? I know I've talked about it, but I don't think I talked about it too much into detail. Excite Bunny, in short, is the Black-owned OnlyFans, right? Excite Bunny, which is X, the letter X, S-I-T-E Bunny, is Black-owned. It's very sex worker friendly, sex worker positive. OnlyFans is the fuck not. OnlyFans, every other month, every other week, they want to give you something new that you can't do. I've tried OnlyFans, but I couldn't get my profile approved, so that doesn't matter. But like, I have friends that are on OnlyFans, and they're like, you can't squirt on OnlyFans. You can't do nothing with food on OnlyFans. Like, you can't stick a lollipop in your coochie. If I want to stick a lollipop in my fucking coochie, I should be able to stick a lollipop in my coochie. What to do? How do you police that? How do you tell me that I can't do that? OnlyFans doesn't allow hardcore bondage, because like, what does that even mean? What is hardcore bondage? It doesn't allow extreme fisting. That's a problem for me. It doesn't allow hypnosis, which I think was like really kind of crazy. But like, they have all of these things that they don't allow. Come over to Excite Bunny, y'all. Bring your money over to Excite Bunny. Some of your favorite creators are on there. Maj is on Excite Bunny. I am not on OnlyFans. If you ever want to see me any bit of naked and you're not at one of my events, then you need to see me on Excite Bunny, because that's the only place you're going to see it. It ain't getting dropped in any of the group chats no more. It's not getting dropped on Twitter. It's not getting dropped on FetLife. None of that. My nudes are gone. If you want to see them, you need to pay for them, and they're only on Excite Bunny. But Excite Bunny, super sex worker positive. You get 90% payout compared to, I think OnlyFans is like 60 or 70% payout. 90% of the money that you make comes to you. They have a paid video chat feature. Not video chat. Do they have paid video? I think they have paid video chat, and they have like paid like phone call feature. So you can actually like talk to people through the app, and they can pay you through the app. You got like a paid messaging feature, a paid like picture messaging feature. You can get your money's worth on OnlyFans as a creator. You can pay your favorite creators and put money into their pockets as a fan or a follower. Excite Bunny is really, really cool. They actually help you out a lot. When I've had issues or didn't know how to do something, like somebody hit me up right away and was like, what do you need help with? And stuff like that. So they're super duper easy to like get in contact with. You can get health insurance. I don't think OnlyFans offers that, but you can get health insurance, vision, dental through Excite Bunny. Like, it's a super sex worker friendly. They help you out with tax prep. Like, I think that it's really dope. Now, that was, let me put y'all on. Now let me go on my rant about Excite Bunny, okay? Fake rant, right? So Excite Bunny, for the last 4 weeks now, they've done a top 3 spots, right? So I told you guys the last time I recorded that I had gotten the top spot for 2 weeks in a row. Guess what? A bitch got the top 1 spot 3 weeks in a row. Okay, for 3 weeks in a row, I was number one on Excite Bunny. Well, this week, they put out their top 3. I was not number 1. I was number 2. I got bumped down by a young man named King Dingalang. Okay? King Dingalang took my number 1 spot and bumped me down to number 2, right? I was salty. I was very, very salty, but I had a feeling that it was going to be like that because I saw my numbers and they didn't do as good as the week before. So I had a feeling I was going to get bumped. But like, it hurt that it actually happened. So then I said, you know what? Let me go look at this Mr. King Dingalang and see what he got going on in his fucking shit, right? So I go to his Twitter page. I was mad. You know how like you realize at a certain point, like you just got to eat it. You just got to take that L. Like you got beat. Well, when I was going through this young man's Twitter fucking feed, his media feed, I saw a video of this young man coming hands-free in a handstand on his chest. Again, it looks like he was jerking off before. He stopped, went to a handstand, came. He's upside down now. He came on his chest, dripped onto his chest, and then he stood up and proceeded to jerk off. I can't beat that. I can't top that. I can't even do a handstand, y'all. I've tried. My handstand is trash. My core strength is trash, okay? Once I saw that, I said, you know what? I was going to start like a friendly competition with this young man for number 1 spot because I like to be competitive. And, you know, competition is fun and it'll push us to, you know, to do more and make more and do better. But once I saw that, I was like, I don't even know how to do better than that. So I said, you know what? Mr. King Dingaling, you won. So shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you. Now, what has been going on? I told you guys last week that I was going to a bi-weekly podcasting situation. And so there's been a bit going on since the last time we spoke. Before I even go into that, I'm going to say I went and got tested today, y'all. Go get tested. Get tested. It's so important to get tested regularly. And I don't think sometimes people talk about the overlap between, we talk about consent so much, but we don't talk about the overlap in getting tested and consent. And I'm going to go there after I sip this wine. Okay. So there is an overlap that happens between getting tested and knowing your status and consent, right? So when you go into sex with somebody, right? You want to make sure they are consenting to the experience that they want to have, right? They are in control of the experience that they are having. You are in control of the experience that you're having when you have sex. That is the idea of consent. You have agency over your body. You have agency over your experience, right? We love consent. It's great. It makes sex and interaction and kink, it makes it all so much more fun, right? If you are having sex with somebody and you have an STD or an STI, and that person has not consented to potentially contracting said STD or STI, that's a violation of consent because at that point, they're not in control of that sexual experience that they had with you. I should know what's going into this sexual experience. And so by not getting tested and not sharing your status, I feel like that is a violation of somebody's consent. That's how I feel. And that's how I look at it. Because I look at consent, again, as I'm in control of my experiences. And if I didn't go into this experience prepared to potentially contract an STD or an STI, and that happens, then I'm gonna feel violated in the same way. So I feel like there's an overlap there. I'm sure there's more verbiage that I could put to that, but I'm not going to because that's not what this week's episode is about. Saying that to say, go get tested, y'all. We grown as fuck. We're grown as fuck. We're in our 20s. We're in our 30s. We're in our 40s. Go to get the fuck tested. It's so easy. It's so quick. It's not scary. You can find a free clinic. A lot of places have free clinics. If you look online, you can definitely totally find it. Go through your health insurance, pay your $30, $15, $20 copay, get tested, get the blood work done, get your dickhead swabbed, get your coochie swabbed, all of the things, okay? It's really important. What else has happened since the last time we spoke? Kevin Samuels died. And I'm not going to make this, this is not what this episode is about either. But I wanted to mention it because when I found out on Cinco de Mayo, I'm at the bar with some friends that I haven't seen since college. And somebody said it and I chuckled, not because I thought it was actually funny, because I thought it was a joke, and that was why I chuckled. And then I realized that some of the people that I was with, the guys that I was with, were like heartbroken, it looked like. And that's when it became funny. And again, not because Kevin Samuels died, but because they were like heartbroken. They seemed like they were really like distraught over this. And I was like, wow, you guys followed him. Okay. But yeah, that happened. It had Twitter and Instagram in a tizzy. I haven't given it much energy because I don't know that man. I don't know that man. I didn't follow his videos. I literally probably watched all together of his lives and his YouTubes and things. I've probably watched no more than an hour of content from that man. So I ain't got much to say. I feel like I don't even have much to think about that man. I didn't like his messaging. I didn't like the way that he talked to people, but I didn't put energy into that. So, rest in peace to that man. Hope his family's okay. Next things that have happened. Y'all, I went on a Shein clothing haul, and I don't order from Shein. I ordered from Shein for the first and only time before this time. The first and only time years ago. And that was when it took like 3 weeks to get to you and stuff like that. For this time, it was a lot faster, and the clothes fit better than they did back in the day. I feel like the stuff fit really, really poorly. The sizing was just wrong. I would used to only get like I only gotten like a bunch of like random like panties and lingerie pieces and stuff like that. But I actually bought clothes this time because there's people in the reviews posting pictures. The clothes are not terrible quality. Are they going to last forever? No, they are not. They're going to last me for the summer, and that's it. And I'm okay with that because they were cheap as shit. But I went on a little clothing haul, and I had fun shopping and looking through 100,000,000 pages of that website and getting some little thotty clothes so I could look like a whore this summer, because I would love to be dressed like a whore this summer. That's the plan. I never actually had like a whorish city girl summer. I like to say it. I like to think that I'm a city girl, but in real life, I'm not. I be chilling. So yeah, I got some whorish clothes from Shein I'm very excited about. I finished a collection that I've been working on for a while for Adorned by Maj. Adorned by Maj is my custom leather bodywear line. I have a site being built. I finished one of 2 of the collections that I am putting together, and I'm going to do a photo shoot of that stuff so I can get it put onto my website, and then I can go back into taking orders for people. But that is something that I'm really fucking good at. I'm really excited about doing it. And when y'all see, at least this first collection, I really fucking outdid myself. The pieces for this thing are fire. Like, they're dope. And I just keep looking at it like, yo, I did this with these 2 little hands. I did that. So I'm very, very, very proud of that. And I cannot wait for you guys to see that. I went on a date. I actually went on 2 dates. I went on one date with a young lady that I think is just amazing. And I had a really good time with her. And I enjoyed being the person to ask someone on a date and to take someone on a date and to plan the date. Like, I be thinking, I'm not going to say I be thinking, I do want people to do that for me as well, but it was really nice to be on the other side of that, to be able to show somebody else a good time. Because y'all, I'm a giver. I'm a lover. I love doing stuff like that. I love like treating people to things and doing nice things for people. So it was really nice to be on the other side of the date. And not just the paying for it part, but like the whole like planning it, putting it together. What's next? This is what we're going to do next. This is where we're going to go. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was nice. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed going on a date with her. So that was really, really fun. But I also went on a date with a dope ass couple since the last time we spoke, y'all. I went on a date with a couple. I don't want to say too much about them. But they were really, really cool. They're like, late 30s, parents, living their best suburban life. And every once in a while, they like to step out and get a little spicy. So Maj got to be the little bit of spicy this past weekend, and I had a really good time. I had met them at an event in Philly months ago, and then reconnected with them on Instagram recently, the husband. And we were chatting it up, and then he was, saying that he wanted to, him and his wife wanted to get to know me or whatever. And I was like, all right, let's go out. And so we went out. They planned a date. I think he planned the date, but they planned a date. And it was a cute setup. I don't want to give too many details because I don't want, that ain't y'all, all of the details ain't your business. But the important thing is, like, as a couple, if you want to bring somebody into your relationship sexually, you want to make sure that they feel comfortable, right? That should be of the utmost importance, is making sure that they feel comfortable. This couple did everything to the T to make sure that I was comfortable. And because they did everything to the T to make sure that I felt comfortable, we had a really good night. We had a really, really good night. Even debriefing with the husband, a couple, 2 days after, we both were like, we thoroughly all enjoyed one another. It was a very, very good night. And, they want to make that a regular thing, where, we not so much the date part, but cook some breakfast, cook some brunch food, have some sex, do some fun shit, take a nap, wake up, do some more sex, do some more eating food. That's the type of shit that I like, y'all. That's the type of shit that I like. That's the type of stuff that I've been that is literally, a situation like this has been what I've been manifesting for myself for so long. So the fact that it's finally happening right now, it feels so good. And the fact that it's they were just really, really cool. And I could tell that they love each other very much. Which I love. It's sexy. It's sexy to be amongst that and to be in that, and for them to be opening that up for me to even be able to see and experience with them. But the most exciting thing for me about that situation was how eager I felt like they were to please me. That is the thing that really got me going, realizing how I was a treat to them. I was a treat. I was date night for them. I was something special to this couple, and I was able to create a space that they felt comfortable. They were able to create a space where I felt comfortable. We could all enjoy one another. It was a great fucking night. Usually my first time having sex, and the husband said the same thing to me. Usually the first time having sex with somebody isn't the best. Sometimes you're trying to figure each other's bodies out, and sometimes it's awkward. I always try to give people at least 2 times, having sex with them 2 times before I decide if I'm really come back or whatever. But this was the first time, and I don't have any complaints. The only complaint I could have is we could have started the night earlier. It's because we went on a date, then we went to dinner, and then we went, to the sex. But we started so late that by the time we got started, it was late. And by the time I left, it was late. And I was, we were all kind of tired. But besides that, I have no complaints. They did such a good job at making me feel comfortable, from the communication to the planning a well thought out date in a very public place. To just being kind and just being very open and being very communicative, and I, return the favor. I talk too fucking much anyway, so I over communicate or whatever, and I share a lot. But them matching that energy and also communicating with me, and being open in their communication with me made me feel really comfortable, and it made me feel very comfortable to open up, and it made me feel very excited and eager to engage in some of the sex with them. So I had a really, really good time with them. But on my drive home, when I left, was when I had a realization. And that is what this week's episode is about. Something that makes sex really good that I'm not very good at. Something that I think probably makes a lot of things in life very good that I am not very good at. Something that I don't have very much of is patience. I think one of the things that built the anticipation up for the sex, and one of the things that made the sex with this couple so good, was the fact that we had gone on this, I was kind of nervous. I don't want to say nervous. I was excited. I went into the date in the mindset of I would love for this night to end in sex, but if it doesn't, that's fine. That was kind of the mindset that I went into it with. But I was like, I would like for it to go there because that's fun. We're going to have a threesome. That's fun. But if it doesn't, cool, whatever. And so we go to a gallery. That was cool. Good vibes from the get. It was good vibes. We go out to dinner. We get a little bit more sexy and start having more sexy conversations. And even after the gallery, I was like, yeah, I really want this night to end in some sex. I really want this to happen. And when we were at the dinner table, it just felt like very like elongated foreplay. And I told you guys before, I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not good at foreplay. I'm not good at teasing because when I want it, when it's there and I want it. Like I'm ready to get into it. And so going on this date and having to like wait and really build this anticipation and be patient and build this tease, especially, excuse me, y'all, while we're having these like very sexy conversations, it was hard. That was really, really hard for me. And so by the time we got to the sex, I was like, listen, my coochie was like, girl, we ready to go. We ready to go. So it was nice to build the anticipation and have those sexy conversations. While we were at dinner, I asked them, I was like, so this couple has been married for more than half of their life. No, not married. They've been dating, been together for more than half of their life, right? So I asked them, I said, you guys know each other really well, right? And they were like, yeah. I said, okay. So I asked the husband first. I said, so if I asked you exactly in detail what I would have to do to make your wife come, could you tell me? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, go ahead. And he told me in detail. And then I asked her, I said, did he do a good job? She said, yeah. She was like, I didn't even notice that you noticed those like nuances, because he was really into detail, very small things that he said. And I was like, that was hot. That was hot. Even just envisioning, like, as he talked through it, envisioning them having that sex and envisioning how he would be touching her body very sensually and in the ways that she likes and stuff, like, that was really hot. So then I asked the wife the same thing. And she did the same thing in detail. And I was like, okay. And that was really the moment that I was like, this is happening tonight. Like, it's going down. It's definitely going down. And the husband made it very apparent that he wanted that to happen. And so I was like, okay, so we are all on the same page. This plant just keeps touching me. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're all, on the same page. And then we were able to get to the place that we were going to have sex. And we did some conversation before we got into it, but we got into it and it was really, really good. But patience, that anticipation, it literally, I had been questioning my coochie for the last couple weeks because, not last couple weeks, really like the last couple months, because I just don't know what's been going on with my coochie. She just hasn't been as excited about the things that normally gets her excited. And this experience with this couple, like, my coochie was wetter than it's been in a while. Like, she was just, but I really feel like it was because, like, I was so aroused way before we even got to, I was aroused by the time we left the first place and went to the second place. I was like ready to go. And so having, I don't know, maybe 3 hours of just build up before we got there was like really, really nice. So patience is a practice that I want to try to throw into my sex more. I want to try to throw teasing into my play more. And I told them that. I told them that patience is not something that I'm really good at, but it's something that I want to do better with. And so that's something that if they could help me do, and I'm going to tell all of my partners that, all of the people that I am sexually engaging with, I'm going to tell them that, like, I want to be teased, because usually it's like, I see sex happening and I'm like, I need to get in there. And I don't want to be like that anymore, because and honestly, I think that that's why my sex hasn't been as fulfilling lately, is because it's like, there is no buildup. There is no jumping. I want my coochie to be like dripping down my leg before she even gets touched. I want to be that excited and that aroused for sex. And that never happens because I see it and I be like, I'm getting on it right now. So I promise y'all, I'm going to work on it. I'm really going to try to be better at that because I was so turned on. And it was great. It was really, really good. We had a really good time. I will say the one thing that did happen that I was like about was the husband said the words that I dread more than anything in the world. And he goes, damn, you're insatiable. And I hate when people say that. And I know he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it in a bad way. Like, yes, I do have a very high sexual appetite. Bon appetit. I do have a very high sexual appetite. I've had partners. I have a partner. Really, I've had 2 people actually who have stopped having sex with me because of it. Because they feel like it's like literally like a job to please and satisfy me. So, you know, it's a little bit of a soft spot, and I don't want to be looked at like, damn, it's my show. Okay. Like, it's you know, I don't want to be looked at like that. So hearing words like that and hearing people say stuff like that, it does like, it's like a shot a little bit. But, you know, I feel like if I can throw some patience practices into my sex, I can probably, I was about to lie, y'all. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but that's why the fuck I go to sex parties, dog. That's literally why I go to sex parties, is so that I can have sex with multiple people. And you know, if one person ain't going to do it, maybe 5 will. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, you know, so, but all in all, it was a really good time. They said that they would definitely be hitting me up again, and maybe we could make this like a monthly thing. And I'm really excited to seeing how this like shapes out, especially because let me tell y'all something. This man, the husband, I communicate with him. I don't communicate with the wife, just because he's the more communicative one and she's not. And that's totally fine with me. My concern was just making sure that she was cool with what was going on. And she has a good vibe. I like her. It's cool. It's dope and all that stuff. All right, cool. So, and talking to the husband and texting the husband, this man is amazing. He sent me for our first date. When he asked me out on this first date, he sent me an itinerary for our date. Like, we're going to go here from this time. In a cute flyer. It was like a flyer. He made a flyer, cute little flyer, and sent me an itinerary for our first date. We got on the phone the other day. We talked it out. We debriefed what we liked, what we want to do more of, what we thought. Like, can we make this a regular thing? All that kind of stuff. We had that conversation. It was great. A+ across the board. Go stars. Do. You know what this man did when we talked about meeting up for our next time and what that would look like? He sent me an itinerary for the next time we link up. An itinerary. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to fuck. There's going to be massages. We're going to take a nap. We're going to wake up. We're going to fuck again. We're going to eat again. We might take another nap. Like, I'm not going to read through the itinerary, but like literally he gave me an itinerary of like all the things on the menu for what we're going to do the next time we link up. I love that. Itineraries? Are you serious? I am going to start putting together itineraries and flyers for my dates and for things. I am 1000% going to start doing that. I'm going to start hosting. I should put something together for the party in DC. Having that flyer put together with like, I think that is so cute. So men listening to this, if you want to ask someone out on a date, or women, anybody, it doesn't fucking matter. If you want to ask somebody out on a date, send them a flyer. Literally go on Canva, canva.com, use one of their free templates, create a flyer for their date, make it cute, you know, make reservations of places to go out to eat and to go to whatever the fuck y'all are doing, and send that to them. And you'll probably get a better response with that than if you just ask them with nothing, because that was such a special touch to me. No one's ever done that for me. If somebody did that and I wasn't necessarily interested, but they did that, I would likely still go on a date, even though I wasn't necessarily interested. That right there would be something that would push them over the top for me, because that was such a thoughtful and cute touch. No one's ever done that for me. So, yeah, that was really, really dope. And so, this week I'm going to be adding another song to the playlist. What is the playlist? If you go on Spotify and search up the Funsexual podcast, you will find the Funsexual playlist, songs to play to. So this week I am adding a song called To the Moon by Fora to the playlist. Go ahead and subscribe to the playlist. DM me on IG at the Funsexual. Let me know what you think of the playlist. I am really taking my time to cultivate this song. Like every time I do sit down to record, I really sit down and think about this playlist. And cultivating podcasts is not something that I'm necessarily, cultivating playlists is not something that I'm necessarily good at. But I've had my friends listening to the playlist for their like events and stuff like that. And they're like, this is actually really good. And I'm like, thanks guys, I try. So definitely go check it out. If you need some songs to get a little freak nasty to, check out my playlist. I literally put it together for you on Spotify. I'm going to probably recreate the playlist on Apple Music as well because I have Apple Music, and so I should probably do that. I'm probably going to do that tonight. I talked about it, and I'm going to talk about it again. So on June 11th in Washington, D.C., I am hosting the Neon Jungle Play Party. Really excited about that. But now, by the time this come out this weekend, I don't know how many tickets is going to be left. But right now, last I checked, I had three men's tickets left, and that is it. Couples tickets sold out. Women's tickets sold out. I cannot open up any more tickets. I can't move shit around. What is there, and what ain't. I would love to see you at the Funsexual Neon Jungle in Washington, D.C. on June 11th. If you are interested in attending, you can fill out the vetting form in the link in my bio on Instagram. It's always posted in my story. You can DM me. You can email me. Hit me up wherever you can hit me up and ask me for the link to the vetting form. After I go through the vetting form, after you fill out the vetting form, I'll check it out. If you are approved, I will send you the link to purchase the ticket. Tickets are available for purchase now, but the only way that you can get the link is if you fill out the vetting form and if you get approved, okay? So this event is going to sell out. I have 3 tickets left. The event's going to sell out. I sold 50% of the tickets in the first 48 minutes after dropping the tickets, okay? So if you can't make it to this party, it's totally fine. I will be having more events. Right now, I don't have anything in the books right now. I don't have anything else that I'm planning at this very moment, but I am preparing to plan some other things upcoming because I definitely want to hook y'all up. I want to see you at one of our parties. I want to give you an intro to how we do it the Funsexual way. It's a little different than some other events that I've been to. So hit me up, check me out. Come if you can. If you can't, whatever. For some of you guys, I'll see you this weekend at Orlando's party. Some of y'all, I will see you in LA the weekend of May 20th for Experience Covet's Erotic Opera. I told y'all about it. I'm really excited. I just bought my outfit. Hey, yo, I'm gonna be looking the fuck good. Okay, I'm really excited. It's gonna be really, really fun. It's gonna be really dope. It's gonna be awesome to see so many beautiful Black people just looking scrumptious. So that is going to be a very fun event. May 28th, this is a week, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. May 28th, Limitless Luxels is having their formal erotic dining and their kink BDSM dungeon party May 28th. If you are interested in going to that, hit up Limitless Luxels on their Instagram, hit them up on their website, hit them up in their DMs. To attend that event. That event seems really dope. I'm not planning to be in attendance for that, but to anybody who's going, that is dope. To the host and the people sponsoring that event, good luck. It's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to hear all about it. And before we close out this week's episode of the Funsexual podcast, I have to leave you with an affirmation. And my affirmation this week is, I am creating the life that I want to live every day. I am creating the life that I want to live every day. Boom. Okay? So, with that being said, I am going to say peace out. I am also going to say I love you. Here's a half heart because I can't do the other one. Do something good for yourself. It's masturbation month. Masturbate if that's what you need to do. Just do something good for yourself. Take yourself out to eat. Go get a pedicure. Go to bed early. Do a face of makeup for no reason. Go take a bath. Like whatever it is that you need to do for yourself, do something good for yourself. But do something good for yourself today, and then do something good for yourself every other day that follows, because it's important, y'all. It's important. We got to be treating ourselves well. We can't be expecting people to come into our life treating us good when we treat ourselves like shit. It just don't work like that. You have to set the pace for how you want somebody to treat you and how you want somebody to talk to you. So that starts right here. That starts with how you treat you. So be good to yourself. Love yourself. And I'm going to peace out. I love you guys.